So today I'm here with Sandro, and he's our celebrity, and he had a pretty severe back problem, and he found a way out. So tell us your story, Sandro.
This is my testimony. Okay. Happened, still remember the day, it was March 30th of this year. I went for my typical 3 mile run. When I got home, the first thing I did was I decided to go to the backyard and do some spring cleaning. But then something was telling me I should just get inside. I just felt something funny. I don't know what it was. It's just I felt something. So I stopped and paused and I was contemplating, should I just go inside or should I just leave? And I still remember the day, what happened was I felt something shift, and that was my lower back, and it just completely laid me out. I'll never ever forget that day. It was pain I've never experienced in my life. I was literally screaming for hours. I still remember I was screaming like for my brothers, and then they finally heard me. They opened the door, they came out. I was actually trying to crawl back to the house, but I couldn't. I was just in intense pain. And I still remember when they came out, they helped me out. And I was on the floor for hours. Literally, I'm talking about for at least a good 10 hours. I couldn't. I know my mom, she was worried. She was saying I should go to the emergency room. But, just being stubborn, I was like, nope, I didn't want to. I said, no, I just don't want to go. So
Were you laying on your back or on your side?
Sideways. I was literally just moving around because I was
trying to get
so much
comfortable.
pain.
Yeah.
Yes, I was so much pain. And then I remember one of my brothers, he's a physical trainer. So he gets to the house, and so I remember he was trying to help me do some stretches. So I literally had to crawl to the tub so I can wash up because it was just intense pain. It was so bad that my pelvic was hurting. Not to get into details, but my testicles were swollen. So the only way I can pee is by sitting down because it was a lot of pain. So what I did was I also went to YouTube, and I was trying to do process of elimination. I was seeing a lot of videos, physical therapists, doctors, people who've had back problems, whether it was herniated disc or bulging disc. In my case, I didn't know what it was. Was it bulging disc or herniated disc? Because the pain, like it says, throughout my back and my pelvic. That's where I felt it. So I was in so much pain. The next day I was just doing stretches, and what I did was I did, like I said, I did some process of elimination, and then I found you guys, Illinois Back Institute. So prior to coming here, I missed a day of work, and that's not normal. For me, it's not normal. So they knew there was something wrong. I finally go to work. I was in pain. So since I work in the operating room, they had me as a float person. This way, I wasn't stationary somewhere. So this way I can just move around and stretch. So about a week later goes by, and I noticed this pain is not going away. There was something wrong. And I decided to go to an emergency room, and then they told me to just go. So I get an x-ray now. So this is what happened. So the x-ray comes back negative. I don't know any better. And I was told, oh, you're fine, just take some pain pills, whatever. So fine, I come back to work. I'm still doing my stretches, work for another week in a lot of pain, but something's telling me there's something wrong. I know my body.
And you work at a surgery center,
I work
right?
at a surgery center. So I actually talked to one of the pain doctors. And then I told him what happened. I told him I took an x-ray, and they looked at me, and he shook his head. He was like, no. He goes, you need an MRI or CT scan. He goes, x-ray's not going to show anything.
No.
And I looked at him, I said, you serious? He said, yes. You need an MRI or a CT. So that same day I was furious. I go, and it was Thursday night, and I was there till 1 in the morning. So I got a CT scan, and then I waited for the results. The results came back in, so I asked, what are my results? And then when I saw it, it was bulging disc in DL4, L5, L5, S1, and then with L2, L3. And then I remember the first thing I was like, I was just in shock. And I remember talking to the doctors, and one of the very first thing he told me was he mentioned surgery.
Ooh.
As soon as he mentioned surgery, I says, no way. There is no way. That wasn't even in my mind, It's like,
And you've seen the surgeries, right? Because you're there.
Yeah, it's just in general,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like that's your last resort,
Yeah.
I guess, when it comes to certain things. I just didn't. For me, it was like, no, I just was not gonna take that chance. I was like, no. So I get back to work, and then I remember I was like, you know what? I checked out a place. One of the doctors told me to go to this place, a physical therapy place, and I went there. And I go, no, it's not for me. And then it hit me. I go, you know what? I need to check out Illinois Back Institute. And I still remember the day I came here. And this was March 30th. And then literally 3 months to my injury, I started running again. 3 months where I've heard people say, I've known people like say testimonies of people say that they don't run anymore.
Right.
Or it took them about a year.
Yeah.
It took me 3 months. And,
That's awesome.
And like this place is a blessing.
That's awesome.
It truly is a blessing. And I like what these guys do is great. I mean, I believe in it 100%. And what you guys have here, the machines, and of course the core training.
Sure.
But the thing is, you have to be committed.
Yeah.
And that's the key.
Yeah.
Is being, as long as
Sure.
you're committed, you're gonna live a normal life.
That's awesome.
And of course, you have to eat healthy.
Yeah.
You have to put it within, your
Sure.
training. You gotta eat healthy, lose weight, and take care of yourself.
Drink the water.
Drink water. I drink a lot of water. And I still remember, it's like, it was June 30th, and I talked to Dr. Alex. I said, when do you think? And then he looked at me. He goes, I tell you what. He goes, run a half a mile.
Right.
He gave me the words. Says, okay, but I didn't run a half a mile. I ran a mile. I know myself.
Type A personality.
Yeah. So I ran a mile and I walked 2.5, because normally I do about 3.5 total. Three miles of running and about a half a mile or a little more of walking.
Sure.
So I felt good. I was thanking the Lord. Oh my God. I was just thanking God and Jesus.
Sure.
Because it was like, that was my testimony. And I was just so grateful, just because I don't take life for granted.
Right.
And for me, I've always been an active person.
Sure.
And for this to take me out, oh my God, my heart.
Right.
And then to be able to start running little by little.
Right.
Oh my God, what a blessing. Now, this past weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I did my 5K each day.
Wow.
Back to back. No problem.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So, and I started running on grass. I used to
Sure.
run on concrete.
Yeah.
But no more. I run on
Yeah,
grass.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So it's
So if anybody's interested in maybe coming here, what do you want to tell them?
100%. You have a lot of physical therapist places, but if you have certain type of back injury, those places are not going to do it. This is the place to be. I mean, it's just the truth. I'm a living testimony. I work in the medical field.
Right.
No one can tell me different.
Right.
I don't want to say where I work, but I'm just saying as a testimony.
Of course.
It's the real deal.
That's awesome.
And it's a great place to be. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and we appreciate you.
Thank you.